Russian soldiers are firing a mortar at Ukrainian troops. In the video, you can see the Ukrainians quickly change position and call for backup over the radio. Soon, a Ukrainian reconnaissance drone spots the Russian mortar team and also detects a self-propelled artillery system worth over $2.5 million. The HIMARS team immediately gets the order: fire. A rocket with cluster munitions is launched. Nearby, two soldiers in a vehicle are spotted trying to launch an Orlan UAV. But the legendary HIMARS doesn't forgive mistakes. The cluster warhead wipes out the drone crew and everything around them. An FPV drone finishes its mission. While HIMARS keeps going, striking a column of vehicles parked nearby. Cluster munitions scatter in all directions, hitting everything in their path. After a hit like that, it's nearly impossible to survive. Every military vehicle gets riddled with thousands of fragments. HIMARS can also easily take out an entire bridge used for critical logistics. Or strike deep into Russia, hitting key energy facilities. It's a highly versatile weapon system. Here, you can see a strike on 5 Russian vehicles and the elimination of 3 officers. This is also an effective tactic that uses both a regular missile and a cluster munition at the same time. The chances of surviving are minimal. This is a showdown between the SA-22 Greyhound and HIMARS. The Russians claim they managed to shoot down the missiles fired from a HIMARS launcher. What do you think? Is it possible to repel such an attack? Or do you believe it wasn't even a HIMARS strike? Share your thoughts in the comments. These are supposedly the same missiles fired at the Russian SA-22 crew. The radar shows the incoming missiles, and the commander decides to fire.
Цель 2 пропущена. Цель 1 уничтожена. Цель 3 уничтожена.
Огонь, огонь.
Ракет не осталось.
Все, гони, у нас нету ни...
After that, they run out of missiles, and the commander orders an immediate retreat.
Все, мы 4 сбили, да?
Да, 2 осталось. 3.
Эх, не так сильно! Я сейчас перевернемся, стой, блядь! Что такое? Едь, 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 едь!
Степа, езжай!
Что такое? Блядь! Так, стоп, все, Степа, не торопись, осколки, нам...
And this is the very SA-22 that supposedly managed to survive. It fired at Ukrainian positions and caused some damage. But right then, HIMARS struck it, leaving nothing alive behind. Also, a recon drone tracked another SA-22, which, after a HIMARS missile strike, was blown up and shot into the air like a New Year's firework. HIMARS has also shown great effectiveness in taking out enemy vehicle columns during massive assaults. But now, let's get back to ATACMS missiles with cluster munitions. Here, we can see what appears to be a tank undergoing repairs. Then, a strike hits, sending thousands of deadly fragments in all directions. Not far from that location, a training ground was also spotted, and HIMARS took care of it. Almost the entire Russian infantry there was wiped out. This is also a highly effective way to flush the enemy out of their trenches, making it easier for ground troops to clear the area. Additionally, 2 SA-17 Grizzly systems, each worth $30 million, were detected. These had been causing significant damage to Ukrainian forces. One ATACMS cluster missile can cover an area comparable to several football fields. Later, thanks to a scout from the Shadow unit, more high-value targets were identified and marked for destruction, like thunder from the sky. Depending on the type of warhead it carries, the area of impact may vary, but on average, cluster missiles can cover about 10 to 15 hectares. Cluster munitions exploded, covering everything in deadly shrapnel. After the warhead deploys, the submunitions fall, creating a deadly rain effect. Some are equipped with parachutes that slow their descent to maximize damage. Not all submunitions explode on impact. Some remain on the ground for years, turning into mini-bombs that pose a threat to civilians even after the war ends. Despite international bans, cluster munitions are still widely used in conflicts because they are one of the most effective ways to eliminate the enemy. Modern cluster rockets can carry self-guided mini-bombs that track and destroy targets, striking them in their most vulnerable spots. Cluster rockets are among the deadliest yet strategically vital weapons. In these frames, we see Russian positions, trenches, fortifications. It seems like a solid defense, but in a second, everything will change. The missile reaches its target, but that's just the beginning. In the next moment, the air fills with dozens of deadly cluster munitions. Following the first, a second missile strikes, and once again, an explosion barrage. Now, there is not a single safe shelter left. Also, in the field, between the tree line, a new Russian active-passive radar system was destroyed. The accuracy of this hit removes a crucial element from the enemy's ability to control the air situation. The radar system is destroyed, and now the enemy forces are left without eyes in the sky. Here, a S-350 Vityaz, worth over $135 million, was discovered, and now it's turning into a heap of useless metal. The second strike delivers the final blow to this next-generation medium-range surface-to-air missile system. And this is the very point I was talking about earlier. Look how many targets there are for the AFU. The AFU decides to use HIMARS. From a bird's eye view, we see the first strike arrive. Right after that, HIMARS uses cluster munitions. Here we see 2 control points on the sides and a very valuable S-400 radar station, a very important target. The control center is destroyed first. HIMARS hits the radar next. The hits take out the target. I'd also like to show you HIMARS paired blows. It's very spectacular. 2 instantaneous explosions occur in parallel. You can't prepare for that. This is the Russian mobile mine-laying system Zemlyadelye. designed for the rapid creation of minefields in particularly dangerous areas, which was destroyed by a precise hit. Inside, there were many mines, which is why the combat vehicle exploded for a long time. The Russian radar system Zu-1M in the eastern direction. As a result of the strike, the radar remained operational for a short time, but then caught fire, forcing the enemy crew to abandon the vehicle. After the hit, the vehicle continued to move, but this didn't last long. In this video, Russian trucks that were unloading munitions are destroyed. As a result, you can see the detonation of those very munitions. And these actions are taking place in Donetsk, near the famous Donbass arena. With the help of HIMARS, Ukrainian forces are tearing the SA-15 gauntlet to pieces.